let's get into the build of this right here. So we'll have our thread gel here. We'll have, here's the male bone. You insert the barrel there, that's called the coupler. There's one threaded end, the other end's not threaded. So see, you insert that on there. You have a flat spot here on this pin. You can see that. There's a flat spot. So you insert that in here, and you want to line that up with the threaded end right there, because we're going to put a set screw down in there. So the flat spot right there is all lined up in there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's all lined up so it sits on the flat. We'll insert the set screw. Just want to, not tight, but snug, you know. And there you have it. Then just put a little bit of grease on there. You can apply the grease before or after, but just get some in there. So like I said, you can apply the grease anytime. Just don't make sure you don't get any grease on the threads in that barrel there, because then the thread gel will not work. So then there's one side already completed, and then we'll get the other one done. If you guys don't want to use the grease, any sort of lubricant, dry wax lube is nice. Also graphite. Graphite will work as well if you guys want to try that. But the dry wax lube is really nice, but it's so liquidy that we can't really provide that. So we have like a moly-based grease for you guys, which works well. But in like real sandy conditions where you're going to be at the beach or something like that, you might want to go with more so a dry type of lubricant. Now that we built it, we can compare it to the other drive shaft that you've now taken off. And that's this guy right here. You can see it's a plastic drive shaft here, a little bit different design than the MIP one, of course. It's got a cylinder in here, splined, that actuates back and forth as the suspension travel goes up and down. But also this is all plastic. They have metal ends on here, but the main tubes here, they're plastic. The center part's plastic. So what we've seen over the years with the Axial Center Driveshaft here is it'll twist. So we did a comparison between the MIP and this as far as how much torque it would take to get this thing to actually twist. So we hooked up a gauge to it, and before the gauge even would read out, you can see here that that this twisted. So it you can see it kind of that spiral twist like a Twizzler. So it just started to twist and everything, and then this won't even go in anymore. So that's going to bind up your suspension, of course. And then when trying the MIP, it actually, right here we have it. We actually tried it and we broke our jig that we had created for this thing to test it. You could see it in there. It's stuck in there, and you can see the jigs we made. So this was one of them, and this one was actually about to break as well, and this one broke. That was with the MIP on there. So definitely take it for what you will, but you're definitely going to have more strength with the MIP drive shafts over the OEM drive shafts. Time for installation of your new MIP 16200 SMT10 drive shafts. You can see the MIP on the top left hand side and the OEM on the top right hand side. Just some on the surface details when putting them on. You can see that the OEM is a lot more just kind of wobbling around. The MIP is a lot tighter on there as far as the joint. It's going to take one wrench for each one to actually install these. 2.0 wrench, you're going to need to take off the two screws. There's one up here in the hub and one right here. And you can access those from outside the cage, going inside with the wrench to take out the set screws there. And on the MIP, you're going to need a 1.5 millimeter wrench for the pin set screw. So we'll take that off right now. There you have it. This one's off. You're not really going to need it anymore. Give it to a buddy of yours or something like that, or keep it on hand maybe as some sort of backup, but you shouldn't have any problems with your center drive shafts anymore. The MIPs are pretty tough. So here we have your other MIP here. They are directional, so you can see the two hubs here are a different shape. This one, the long hub, this one will go towards your center, so it'll go in the center here, and this one will go by your axle. So we'll get that installed right now for you. Can see again, use a little bit of your thread lock, which is the blue one. A little bit on the threads, just a real liberal amount. Just locate, there's just a hole there. Make sure you're on the threaded side. And just again, having it snug is good enough. You're going to be able to access it from the side here. You guys are good to go with the new drive shafts all installed. It does make a huge difference with you not snapping axles or twisting them like we saw in the test. It's a really nice upgrade, and I think you guys are going to love it. Again, that's part number 16200 there. You can get it at any of your local hobby shops or online dealers. They should have it. Again, MIP 16200. If you have any questions, please contact MIP at support@miponline.com. That again is support@miponline.com. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.